The Maui Invitational is back here in Lahaina this year. Its traditional home where it has been for the most part for the last 40 years. The weather is spectacular and so many people have come to root on their favorite school in this loaded 8-team field. Welcome Novavax. We've got 3 outstanding days of college basketball action coming your way, beginning with Memphis and the 2-time defending national champion Connecticut Huskies.
2-time national champions led by Alex Caravan, who came back after flirting with the NBA draft, maybe the smartest player in college basketball.
73. This is the Lahaina Civic Center. This is the Maui Invitational, and this is the beginning of 3 great days of basketball. The Tigers control the opening tip, and it is Pete, a transfer and solo ball in Samson Johnson, both big factors on the team last year, but both even bigger factors this year for Memphis. Again, basically a brand new team with the exception of Nicholas Jourdain. Haggerty provides a ton of offense, and Tyrese Hunter, a very talented and very experienced player in college basketball.
And Tyrese Hunter, an outstanding defender, that's going to be put on display. He's going to have to switch out onto a lot of good players for UConn.
Boy, great touch as McNeely banks
actions really quickly.
The Tigers are 4-0 on the season, and they've tested themselves. They played in Missouri, UNLV, Ohio, San Francisco. How about their exhibition games? Alabama, North Carolina.
Well, they're not shying away from anybody.
Aiden Mahaney, the transfer from St. Mary's.
That was a big shot for Aiden Mahaney. He came into this game
for Memphis, and then Johnson and Reed for Connecticut.
Full court pressure from Memphis. Just take a little time off the clock and make UConn take some time to get into what they do.
This is Caravan with the ball, put his name in the draft, withdrew, came back, tried to up his stock, win another championship, and he is off to an incredible start this year. He came into the game shooting 54% from 3, and he knocks another one down.
Don't worry about making that pass. Take him to the rim.
You can hear the noise of the Husky fans. They are well represented, as is Memphis, a passionate fan base for the Tigers as well. Reed now trying to back down Danger, up and in.
Terrace Reed Jr. had to manufacture that. Because of the pressure, UConn couldn't really run any offense. Distance.
It'll be McNeely to inbound it for UConn. And he'll come up to take it. Drives, too strong. Reed with the rebound, and a goaltending call, so count the basket for Terrace Reed Jr.
Now you saw it again with Liam McNeely. Anytime there's a catch, you have to use a ball fake or a shot fake. That ball looked like it was coming down, although he was so high. Boy, Musa Cisse gets up there quickly.
So count the basket again is in its 6th appearance in Maui. They haven't been here since 2011, and back in the day, Penny Hardaway was the co-MVP of this tournament. Back when Memphis was known as Memphis State, he won that back in 1992. The Tigers finished 3rd.
He scored 90 points in 3 games. He was spectacular. What a good cut.
And the follow will go for Jalen Stewart, the sophomore from Seattle.
Well, he's going right after Aiden Mahaney. He thinks he can not only compete with him and get the better of him physically.
The 3 guards, Rogers, Haggerty, and Hunter, have combined for 16 of Memphis's points. Caravan for 3. Again. Boy, he's like automatic right now.
That was the one possession where there was very little pressure on the ball. Few going against his protege, Tommy Lloyd. And Arizona just got beat by Duke in a game where they got badly out-rebounded.
UNC just won the women's battle for Atlantis. And, of course, the Carolina men are here this week, as Connecticut is back within 3.
Having to help Mahaney, that opened up the offensive glass for Dane Danger. Danger is not his middle name. That was excellent.
This Danger Reed matchup is fun. It's like a trip back in time. 2 big, strong guys in the middle. There's a 3 for Jalen Stewart.
This tournament really came on.
Caravan now pushing up top and laid in by Stewart. A timeout on the floor. Connecticut has come back to tie it here in Lahaina.
Well, the question is, can Memphis keep up this chaotic, havoc-like pressure for 40 minutes?
UConn's only been to the line twice, and they missed them both. That was McNeely. Caravan rifles a pass inside to Reed, and Connecticut leads.
You basically want to run your offense through Alex Caravan. He's the point forward out there. He makes point guard decisions. Shows just the footwork and the mobility of Dame Danger. I think when he was at Illinois, Brad Underwood called him the dancing bear.
Mahaney. Reed with another offensive rebound. It won't go. He's got it again. And a chance for three.
Shades of Moses Malone. Miss a chippy and turn it into a three-point play and get an extra rebound out of it.
1 of 2, and it's a 2-point lead for UConn. Keep an eye on Hurley as he watches the play at the far end of the court. Memphis led for most of the first half, but UConn has come back to take a 2-point lead. Stewart hits again. What a first half for Jalen Stewart.
Well, UConn is starting to settle in on the offensive end. Much better. Talk about a guy who is wired to score.
Tied at 32, less than 4 to go in the half. Ross into Reed. Nice little fake and up and in with the left hand.
Really well done by Terrence Reed Jr. Got the switch. UConn recognized it. They had a small guy on him. They went right to him down on the left block.
His foot. And now puts up a 3 that is a little bit short. Diarra looking to push.
That's a shot Hunter can make, but he's settled there.
Mahaney wants Reed. Cisse's on him. The spin, strong move, and up and in.
Got right into the chest of Cisse and then went to the other side of the rim to keep Cisse from being able to block it. What a Memphis into the 1-and-1 with more than 10 minutes to go in the half.
Diarra with a shot fake, lost it, trying to get it back. Great pass into Stewart, who lays it in.
Boy, great job and great awareness by Hassan Diarra. He used a shot fake. And that
down to Reed, yet another one.
But Reed has been a man among men in this first half. Great pass.
And he'll lay it in. Caravan the assist, and UConn back on top.
Well, it shouldn't be a shocker that Caravan made.
And the first half will come to a close in a 40-40 tie. What a great 20 minutes. And again, as Jay just said, UConn wouldn't be in it at all but for the play of their bench, specifically Stewart and Reed, who have all 29. We got a good one going, fellas. Back to the studio with Dallin, Seth, and Sean.
The offense because of the pressure that pushed them so far out.
Solo ball. Count it. The sophomore from Leesburg, Virginia, is now 10 for 20 shooting threes on the season. And Danger lays it in.
I've seen sumo matches with less contact.
Does this make you think of the old day, like your playing days when this was more common?
To have two big guys battling in the low post. Yeah, it's great.
Each other down. Caravan hits a 3 to make it a 2-point game.
Well, Caravan is such a good cutter. He changed our set. He got back around in front in order to steal that ball.
Jalen Stewart has checked in for UConn. 14 points in the first half. 6 for 7. Here's McNeely, too strong, and Stewart the follow. He is everywhere today.
And Moussa Cisse goes for the block shot. He was looking at his teammates afterward.
Bid to the NIT last year. They were not an NCAA tournament team. Declined a berth in the NIT, so they did not have a postseason, but shooting higher this year with this revamped roster.
Found out last night that Penny Hardaway did not have a car until he got to the NBA. He had a 10-speed bike. None of the other coaches believed him.
A chance for a 3-point play for Terrence Reed Jr., who continues to be a force on the interior.
And that's where UConn advantage of being guarded by Aiden Mahaney at every opportunity. And putting great pressure on Mahaney on the defensive end. He can really guard the ball.
Yeah, it's right in front of us, and we could see the intensity on his face as he was getting down in his stance. He is into it. Caravan, no. Tipped by Reed. Tipped again. Mahaney. Count it.
Well, give credit to Terrace Reed for that. Kept the ball alive and got an issue
the entire game.
2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure. That just slows the advance. The slower the advance, the slower the attack.
Reed inside for the slam.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Terrace Reed Jr. to let the defense fly by so he could get that dunk. Really good switching by Memphis.
Caravan to Reed. And nobody's going to keep him away from the basket. Again, Memphis has a small lineup out there, so after a switch, Reed's found himself with a guard on, who are looking for an upset over number 2 UConn here in the opening game of the Maui Invitational. Diarra brings it out for UConn. Just 3:40 to go now in this game. Deep one, Caravan. Yes. His 4th 3 of the game. He's now got 15.
Well, there's plenty of time left for UConn. And I've been thinking a lot about that with our crew, about some dismissals, maybe of producer and director.
Careful what you wish for. Diarra can't get the shot up. Boy, I mean, Tyrese Hunter is having the time of his life out there today playing defense. Talking up a storm, moving his feet like crazy. McNeely with a 3. That's a big bucket for UConn. They are back within 7 with 2:25. And the rebound. Inside 2 minutes to go. McNeely, deep one. Got it! And it's a 4-point game.
How about this fight?
2 huge baskets for Connecticut. My, oh my, just a minute 38 to go. A 4-point game. We're back in 30. Koje, he's defending the ball right now. A tenacious defender. He has come back in to play some defense here. Johnson to Caravan, who lays it in, and it's a 1-possession game.
What a beautiful cut and delivery by Samson Johnson.
2 shots coming for Diarra. Johnson out and Ross back in for the Huskies.
UConn going with a smaller lineup to try to make something happen to force a turnover.
Made them both, and once again, it's a 1-possession game. Down for the Tigers. Hunter has it. They trap him. Back to Rogers. Okoje, back to Rogers. Tipped. Loose. Still live. And out of bounds. It will be Connecticut ball. A 10-second. UConn ball down by 3. 14.2 to go. Solo ball is going to inbound it for the Huskies. Johnson has come back in. McNeely, Caravan, and Diarra as well. Diarra's got it. 10 seconds to go. Who's going to take the shot? Here comes McNeely. They can't get it to him. They got to get a 3 off now. Oh! Hits it! Solo ball ties the game! Unbelievable. What a game. Tied at 82. Memphis. Cisse to Hunter. And we are headed to overtime here between the Tigers and the Huskies. Dan Hurley is fired up as always. And now if you're Penny Hardaway, you got to keep your kids up, right? I mean, losing a 12-point advantage with 3:18 to go, you got to turn the page and say, hey, 5 more minutes, let's go. Out of the game. UConn's got Johnson, McNeely, Caravan, Diarra, and Ball. Hunter is the high scorer in the game with 26, but none of those came in the last 8 minutes of regulation.
Well, Memphis has gone with great size, and UConn has gone with a little bit more skill and athleticism on the perimeter. And Kojak grabs a huge defensive rebound.
2 years at A&M, now in his 3rd year in Stores.
Now you really got to make Cisse move. I think Caravan as a cutter and screener is going to be really effective here.
McNeely, they get tied up. Is it a foul call? It is a foul called on Hunter. Foul in the game. And it sends McNeely to the line for 2. McNeely missed a couple of free throws way back early in the first, tied at 84. Diarra, big minutes here. He'll take a 3 and hits. Hassan Diarra.
Really smart by UConn. They went to an action putting Danger and Cisse in it.
And those made some very big plays in the last few minutes.
They're going to keep Caravan out on the perimeter. I'd use him in actions to put Cisse in him where he has to switch off onto a guard.
McNeely flashing. They can't get it to him.
Picked up his dribble.
Yeah, Diarra needs help, and he finds Ross. 8 on the shot clock. McNeely trying to drive on Cisse. 3 to shoot. And Ball hits another one. He tied it at the end of regulation, and now he gives the Huskies a 4-point lead.
UConn never.
Boy, how big of a shot is that for a guy who has not played very much at all in this game? Caravan with a shot fake, the drive, and the lay-in. UConn by 3.
Boy, with Cisse out on the perimeter, a little ball fake by Caravan. That opens.
Off to Caravan. 2-man game. Caravan again. Deep one. Around and out, and McNeely called for the foul.
Wow. He took that ball right away.
And you can see how Dan Hurley feels about that call. McNeely his 3rd, and free throws for Memphis. And he'll make the first. Well, so many different players have stepped up and made big plays here in the last several minutes of this game. Memphis trying to hang on. They couldn't do it in regulation. Trying to hang on here in overtime and pull off the upset. 2-point game.
UConn Dan Hurley.
Hunter gets it into Rogers. There's the trap, and a foul is called. And the look on the...
Waited till he got across half court.
Yeah. So now you would assume the intentional miss, and that's why Danger is coming back into the game. Danger and Cisse are both in there trying to secure a rebound for UConn. 6'10" sophomore Yusuf Singari has checked in for the first time in the game.
Watch, Hunter is just face guarding Liam McNeely out on the perimeter in case it's tapped back.
There's the miss. It's tapped, it's loose, and it's over. And Memphis will win it. An incredible way to start this tournament as the Memphis Tigers have taken down number 2 UConn by a score of 99-97.
What a fabulous basketball game. Fabulous.
The player of the game, presented by Tommy Bahama, is Tyrese Hunter. So many guys made so many plays in this game, but Hunter with 7 of 8 threes, 26 points here in this game, leads the way as the Tigers beat the Huskies 99-97. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back in 30 minutes to bring you Colorado and Michigan State. What a way to get it started. Let's send it back to the studio now. Colorado, Michigan State coming soon, but right now back to the studio for College Basketball Live Scoreboard.